Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Pam from Pam I Am. As I said in my last video, this one is going to be a crafty one. I am going to make, as you can see, a Christmas wreath. Every year I find a new wreath idea that I want to make. This is the wire ring that I'm going to use, as you can see. Sorry, I've never filmed at this angle, so things might be a bit weird. I've got twist ties here to lock things down, glue sticks and a glue gun if I need them. I've got black tinsel to go around it. I've got some various picks to decorate it with, and of course, because Christmas wouldn't be Christmas in the Pam I Am household without lots of eye rolling over Mum's Christmas lights. So let's get on with it. I'm going to take some of the tinsel. That's always my first start. You can use garlands, you can use tinsel, you can use hessian, you can use ribbon. You've got a lot of different things. Basically whatever is the theme that you're going for Christmas or anything like that, and then you eventually work out how to undo it. Which I should have thought this through, but I didn't. There's a surprise. Pam I Am, just flying by the seat of her pants. Meters of tinsel, and it will eventually find the start of it or the end of it. Why do I never do things easily? I should have unwrapped all of this before I started. So, okay, so I got the tinsel from a shop here. It's kind of like Hobby Lobby or Costco or Walmart, I guess, but without the supermarket part of it, and it's called the Warehouse. We have another one called Kmart, which, as you know, is one of my favourite places to shop, and I'm sorry if you can't hear me over the tinselling. I found an end, yay! Right, I would have Christmas music playing, but I couldn't find any that wouldn't get me copyright striked. So sorry about that, you're just going to have to put up with me chatting in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see this piece here, and I'm going to take the end of the tinsel and I'm going to wrap it. You probably can't see it very well. I'm going to wrap it around that, and I'm going to get my zip tie. Oh gosh, it's so hard to see on this background, I'm sorry, but if I need to use a glue stick, I don't want to get my table ruined. And I'm going to put it diagonally through. Actually, I should do it from the back, really. It would make more sense and easier to hide. So, I'm going to put it through. Make sure that it's all on a diagonal through the gap. And take it up as tight as I can. Now I'm not going to cut that yet because I may decide I want to do something different. Who thought tinsel was a good idea to do this with? Anybody? Anybody? No? Okay, just me. Right. 6 meters is a lot of tinsel, but this is actually quite a large hoop. So I'm going to go around see I'm going around through the hole and pulling it tight eventually as I go. This is really disastrous. Sorry about this. Okay, so pull it tight Now this is going to take a while, so I might do a wee story time over what's been happening in the past week. I did actually have plans to upload daily for a couple of weeks, but unfortunately my Menieres disease started playing up, and I should have known better, because whenever I want to do something, something goes wrong. So round and through. So I've had about a week of not huge attacks, just small ones where I'm just sitting there and the world starts briefly spinning, or I start floating and then it goes back to what it was. I think I mentioned that in my changes afoot blog, which I will put in the taggy box thing, one of these corners. Okay, so I'll mention that. And so of course I haven't been able to do a lot of moving around because I'm so tired from it, which of course naturally means there hasn't been a lot of exercise going on, so I probably haven't lost as much weight as I would have liked, but that's okay, we can adapt. I do have a sneaky idea for fun movements, but I'm going to save that for an update video, so you can see how it's all sort of sparkly and tinsely. Right, so that was one of the reasons that I stopped uploading on the daily. Then we offered to lend our broken down car to a friend, and that's the lovely Kath from around the bend. Now I will try and put her channel in the description box down below or up there, depending on which way I edit this video. She is a very, very, very dear friend of mine who I absolutely love. Her kids are just the cutest kids in the world. Don't tell them I said that, Kath, okay? They'll never let me hear the end of it. But our car had broken down just over a year ago, and this is where procrastination becomes an issue. We had left it sitting parked outside the house, and every time I looked at it and pulled up the drive, I said to my husband, we need to get that fixed, we need to get it down to our mechanic and get it repaired. And of course we just never did. So, and then the pandemic hit, and well, yeah, everything just 2020, let's just say that. So I offered it to my friend Kath for their South Island vlog, which you have to subscribe. She does travel vlogs, and this Christmas one is going to be about our beautiful South Island in New Zealand, and I'm so looking forward to it because she's going to some really gorgeous places. So there you go, Kath, you have to vlog now, haha, no excuses. Anyway, dropped it down to the mechanic, got a friend to come around and tow it down because it wasn't starting, let alone running. And our mechanic rang us and said, oh, I've got it fixed. It's running. I've done its warrant of fitness, which I think everyone in the world knows that warrant of fitness is kind of like a health checkup for a car to make sure that it's safe on the roads and safe for the driver and things like that. And he told us that it had passed its warrant, it just needed new wiper blades, but because we hadn't done the registration on it while it was off the road, it had actually expired and dropped out of the system. So that meant that we had to go and get it recertified. So that's basically where they treat it like an imported vehicle. They pull all of the panels off, they thoroughly examine it to make sure that it is safe and up to New Zealand standards for our roads. So I booked it in for that, and I dropped it down on Monday to get that done, and I was looking at the car and thinking, well, there's no visible rust and it's just passed its warrant, it should be fine, and we can get that done and then get it re-registered, new plates, and everything, or tags as I think Americans call them, and Kath and her lovely family can use it over the Christmas period and all will be good. Until yesterday, when the guy that I was dealing with, or my husband and I were dealing with to get the car back on the road, rang us to say that the car was going to cost thousands to get roadworthy. Now bear in mind, this is a car from '95, so not really worth spending thousands on it to get it on the road. So what I'm doing at the moment is we have to scrap it essentially. There's just no way we're going to spend thousands on a car that's 25 years old to get it on the road. So we're scrapping it, which means officially the Pam I Am clan is down to one car. We have managed that, oh, and one motorbike. We have managed that for over a year now, so it should be okay. And it's not really the kind of news that anyone wants to hear, that the car is just so bad that you can't even trade it and buy an upgraded car. So how's that looking? So what I'm doing at the moment is waiting to see. I've got somebody that might be interested in it, probably not, but it's worth a crack, Nige. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'll do this. I'll back with the story in a second. So I've now gone, let's see if I can do this right, halfway around, and I'm ready for the second half. That was really awkward to do. So let's do this one. These were, I think, $4 for 6 meters of tinsel, which is not bad. Yeah, just bear with me while I try and find the end of this. Right. I'm going to be really annoyed if the microphone doesn't pick up my voice because of the tinseling. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Easily done. So now that I'm at a join, right, take this part and join it with this part, overlay it, wrap it round, and is there a, so I've actually managed to stop it at one of these. So we'll wrap it round and I will twist tie that, or not twist tie, what are these? Zip ties. I will zip tie it, both of those strands, to that one. 1, 2. As you can see, I ain't no craft guru. I get ideas, I look on YouTube, I see how other people have ingeniously come up with solutions for issues that I didn't realise I was going to have, because in my head it's going to go brilliantly regardless. And the zip ties was one I got from another YouTube video, so because I was going to use hot glue, which never works for me with this sort of thing. So then we're going to zip tie that down. Thank goodness for a husband who has everything. And I'm going to carry on. So where was I? Right, okay, so we need to trash the car, essentially. We need to line this up so that you can see what I'm doing. So, sorry about all the zooming and things. So we need to get rid of the car, which means unfortunately our friends are being let down. I really, because they are just such good friends, I really didn't want to let them down, but there's nothing I can do about it. And while losing a car isn't ideal, I am trying to be glass half full about this. New Zealand is full of windy, narrow roads, especially our tourist areas and down through the Southern Alps and the places that around the bend are planning to visit this Christmas and New Year. So, thinking about it, the amount of rust that's apparently in the car, I'm actually going to go down and have a look at it, means that it wouldn't, had we not known this, had we not procrastinated, we would quite possibly have loaned them a dangerous vehicle, and that scares the bejesus out of me. So I'm pleased, excuse me, I've just had a message. I'm very pleased to be able to say that while I've let them down in one way, I have potentially not put them in a life-threatening situation, and that is worth more to me than anything. So sometimes procrastination is not a bad thing. Not that I'm saying procrastinate away happily, because nobody wants, I find that our procrastination can end up costing us time and money and frustration that if we didn't have this as a bad trait, we wouldn't have. We would have cars that are repaired on time rather than sitting, the house would be tidy, you know, we wouldn't, I mean, I always make sure the bills are paid because that's one thing I refuse to procrastinate on, but you know, things like putting off doing things means that, you know, you run out of wood in the middle of winter, so it's raining and you're out there chopping wood because you put off chopping it when it arrived. You put off making a phone call, so you miss out on something. It is a difficult habit to get out of. I will be freely admitting that. It's not what I'm proud of, and that's part of the reason that I have this channel. I want to share my procrastination ways and my ways of I am not Englishing very well at all, my apologies. I'm wanting to break the cycle of procrastination, put it that way. I need to get things done. That was embarrassing. I was sitting here at the dining table, which if you've seen my videos you know that the dining table is right in front of our sliding doors, and the courier's just arrived with my black box and saw me sitting here making a wreath, talking to myself with the camera on me. Probably thought I was doing some kind of weird adult crafty stuff, so he's probably never ever going to want to come around here again thinking there's that weird lady. Right, so anyway, sorry, where was I? Procrastination. It's bad. It sucks. If you are a procrastinator like me, say so down in the comments. Tell me about it. Tell me about, you don't have to tell me your worst okay, this is a side effect of my Menieres disease. I can't English very well at times. Tell me about your procrastination. Tell me about something that happened that made you realise that you are a procrastinator. Tell me what the result was. You don't have to put your worst where, you know, I don't know, the world ended. You know what I mean. You don't have to tell me something that's going to make you look really bad. You can just share your stories. I'm sharing mine. I'm sharing my life with you, and I'd like to get to know you as well. You know, are you a borderline hoarder? Are you one of these people that keeps a perfect house? If you do, how do you do it? Share your secret with me, because I don't know. I don't understand. I can't do it, and I want to do it. Once you've got the tinsel wrapped around the wreath, looking pretty much how you want it to, should have a bit of play in it so that you can slide it around in that. secure the end of it with a zip tie and make sure that it's all secure so it doesn't come off in the wind if you're going to hang it outside or anything like that. Cut the loose ends of the zip ties because they just don't look very good. A craft knife is actually the better option for this, I think, because it was a bit sharper than the side cutter pliers that I was using. Have a play around with your decorations. See what you think look good, rearrange them. Do all this before you actually attach them. And this is where I realised that I actually should have done the lights first, but I continued to play around to get ideas of how it was going to look and whether or not it was going to be what I had sort of envisioned in my mind. Right into the beginning, start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. Then upset your followers by not being able to sing at all. Right, so I'm going to do the same thing with the lights. I'm just going, but what I'm going to do, rather than glue them or zip tie them in, I'm just going to tuck the starting one there. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to wrap them round all the way around. What do you think? You're very bright. Okay, so touching other things. So go twist tie. And remember, if you can twist tie this on, make sure that you can actually change the batteries. Otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Alright, now where's the wires? That's a wire and that's a wire. Now you see, I can actually feel a little bit dizzy just sitting here. I'm going to leave that like that for now. Okay, so yeah, you can just feel just a wee small, it's not vertigo, it's just dizziness. It'll pass in a second. Okay. And that is my wreath for this Christmas. It's not as I envisioned it, but I think the blue is too dark. But if you like this and you want to see more of my Christmas stuff, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the details, you know how it goes, and help me grow my channel. Thanks everyone, I'll see you in my next one, which will be a black box unboxing.